Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all this Saturday evening. I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited for this game. But I hope you all have been doing well. Let's roll over to our announcements. After I remember to real quick grab my PNG tuber thing. There we go. Okay. I'm a disaster today. I apologize if I seem a little wonky. I'll talk about that in a second. Now, our announcements. Typical announcements from last stream. All indigenous tribes have been stripped of clean water rights. As of recent, this decision was made by the U.S. Supreme Court not long after the ICWA was ruled to be kept in place. Originally, from what I heard, it was originated with the Navajo tribe, but now it is extended to most, if not all, indigenous tribes from what I've been able to discern. I have left some charities for indigenous people in the description under the links for the month of July. I will continue to add on charities as the month progresses, and I will most likely keep those into next month as well. In addition to that, affirmative action has been ended, and if you are not aware of what affirmative action is, I have linked a article for you to read down below about the history of affirmative action and why it is incredibly important. Affirmative action essentially is a means for BIPOC to obtain an education. From what I've ever actually heard, I was in class on Tuesday, and I heard that a lot of affirmative action in this case, it was toward universities ending all-inclusive education, which, if I'm remembering that correctly, I might not be. So make sure you read up about that and spread the word, because that's incredibly upsetting. In addition, it is also Disability Pride Month. Happy Disability Pride Month, everybody. I've also included some links to charities down below, and also some articles about what Disability Pride Month is, and just places you can donate to and support, because it's important that we uplift and listen to those who are disabled, no matter which kind of disabilities they have, because they are all very important. It is also BIPOC Mental Health Awareness Month. I think I also included some mental health resources specifically aimed toward the BIPOC community in the links as well, and if not, then I will make sure to do that for next stream, because that is also incredibly important, because as somebody who's going into the field of therapy. I'm going toward children, but it still counts. I believe that mental health resources should be available to everybody, and not just the few that are able to obtain them financially. I just believe it should go to everybody, especially in low-income BIPOC communities. And finally, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in favor of businesses discriminating against the LGBT, which is also very, very, very scary. So I left some resources down below. A few are left over from Pride, but I still think they are relevant nonetheless. Of some LGBT charities to look at, to support during this time. And a lot of them also, I believe, support BIPOC LGBT people. So that is all for our announcements. I think that's the quickest I've rolled through them, actually, funnily enough. So let's beep, and let me grab open my PNG Tuber software, and oh, I was off. Oh, I was off again. There we go. Third time's the charm, I guess. But hi, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. Man, this past week has been the worst week of my life, if I am going to be candid for a second. Just the worst. And I think, as you recall from last stream, I was having some really bad anxiety, and I didn't tell you guys exactly where the anxiety came from. I think I just vaguely said it was just out of nowhere, but it pertains to a certain situation that happened to me that actually caused me to have a full-blown panic attack and a breakdown. It was really bad. So I'm still recovering from it gradually, and it sucks, you know, falling back into a pit that you had previously just gotten out of and you were doing great, and now you're back in it again, trying to work your way back up again. It sucks, but frankly, I'll be okay. At the end of the day, I'm going to be okay. I have people in my life who I can talk to about these kinds of things. I have resources I can take care of myself with. And yeah, it's concerning that I had a breakdown and a panic attack all within the same time frame, but you know, I will be okay. I promise. And I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves mentally as well as physically, because taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. Because without your mind, your body, it would be nothing. What else? I always get to here, and I'm like, I have so much I want to tell stream. And then the minute I get on stream, I forget everything I wanted to talk about in the little beginning portion before we get into the game. I suck at being a streamer. Oh, I guess I could tell you guys, I'm getting back into reading, which is fantastic, because I don't know if you guys know, any of you who are newer probably don't know, but I did read constantly for months. I started a segment, I can't even remember when, it was probably October, where I would do book talks, like before stream. That was what was originally the announcement screen, was I would just talk about books. And just talk about what I'd been reading in that time. But I retired it because I had, I was falling into a reading slump. I'm not gonna bring it back again, probably, because I rambled for far too long. But in addition to that, tying in with that, those of you who are OGs, I ranted heavily about a book series called The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, I believe the author's name is. Let me just double check that. Yes, Jenny Han. It's like a teen romance series, and I fucking hate it so much. But I went on to watch the show, still have a lot of mixed feelings about it, and now they're out with season 2, and the first 3 episodes are already out on Prime. And honestly, I probably will watch them and then review them for you guys, because I think it would be funny to hear how mad I get. But I didn't watch them today because I had stuff to do. Anyway, I think that's enough rambling. I think I've stalled enough time. You all know what we're here for today, if you read the title. Which the stream kept erasing. YouTube just kept erasing all the stuff that I put together for the frickin' stream. Like the title, the description, everything, and I had to keep putting it back in because it kept erasing it. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. YouTube, stop it, please. I just want to get it all together. Right, anyway. So today we're playing What Remains of Edith Finch. This game, I have not played it since 2018. Which is very funny to me personally because I think about it near constantly. And I could have sworn I played it not too long ago, but I guess I didn't. So I re-downloaded it yesterday. So we didn't have to stall for time today. Yeah! I'm getting better at this streaming thing. This game's most likely gonna play in full screen, so I'm gonna have to get you guys up on my phone, which is probably the worst thing ever. Let me get... We're just jumping into it, by the way. I don't think I specified that. We're jumping into it. Let's just jump into it. I swear... Whoop. Jeez, that scared me. Alright. There we go! Yes, I have played this game before. As you can see, all the progress that I made. Let me turn it down just a smidge for you guys, and let me turn it down on my end, because it's gonna get loud. I just know it will. I need to be able to hear myself think. That's the problem. Alright, and then let me, before I exit out of the OBS screen here, let me get you guys up on my phone. So I have you guys. Alright. Awesome. Chats, you guys are on my phone now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know where to put you guys. I'm gonna put you off to my right. Hopefully the phone doesn't die. That'll suck. And also let me know if this stream lags at all. Because of the game. Alright, let's go into a new game. Are you sure? Yeah, yes. I'm so certain I want to restart. Alright. What Remains of Edith Finch? Let's go, guys! Get ready for a sad game. I've heard of this game before on a certain theory channel run by a certain Matthew Patrick. Yeah, but you're in for something good, I promise. It's so much better than what Mr. Matthew Patrick has decided to describe to you. Also, this is the dirtiest fairy I've ever seen in my life. Excuse me. Goodness. Alright. Let's look at this bad boy. Let's do this. Oh, the Puget Sound. Cool. How do I do this again? It's been so long since I played this game. Oh, there we go.
This isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Alright. Hopefully the subtitles are on, and if they aren't, I will cry. Hold on. Graphics. I think they're on, hopefully. Audio. I hope so. If they aren't, I'll cry. This is gonna be a slow game, and it's also gonna be really sad. I hope you guys read the triggers in the description. It's a very in-depth one this time, because I went on doesthedogdie.com and looked up this game to make sure I got every single trigger possible that I could think was relevant. So hopefully, you guys will be able to see that and go, oh, okay. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. Alright? Just take care of yourselves. This game's gonna get heavy.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Oh, this house is such a nightmare. The infrastructure would have already caved in on itself, like, fully. There's no way this house would be able to live in the real world. Orca's Island Gazette. Alright.
Inside the
Alright.
mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Oh, my computer, you can my poor computer is dying already. Oh boy, I can hear it
I haven't
chugging.
been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Yeah, this game's gonna get dark. Also, oh, never mind. No trespassing. This property is protected by video surveillance. Trespassers will be prosecuted. Yeah, this game's gonna get dark.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Yeah. Also, I gotta get used to the
Maybe
controls
she thought
again.
I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
So if I struggle a little bit, I apologize. The finches. We gotta go this way, I think. There's no real true path, I don't think. And if this is the wrong way, then oops. Alright. It's really murky down here.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But
Fair.
now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Also fair. So yeah, we play as Edith, and she's inherited this family home that's been in her family for generations, and she's trying to figure out.
Had always been uncomfortably silent,
And she's trying to figure out the
as if
history
they're about to
of her
say
family.
something but never do.
I'm trying not to talk over her when she's talking. I apologize, and I also stop so you guys can read the dialogue easy. Also, this is such a horrible footpath. Like, how the fuck would anyone get to and from the house? No. This is her brother Milton. So she had two brothers, Lewis and Milton, and you'll find out about them in the game here. Also, the music in this game makes me emotional. I guess we could have taken that path, but whatever. All roads lead to the house.
Exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh god, dude. If I lived in a house like this growing up, I don't know what I would do with my life, honestly. Personally.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I mean, have you seen this nightmare of a house? It really does look like someone took a bunch of drugs and put it together. But obviously, like it's a DIY. But like obviously, that's not what happened here. But, ooh, wind chimes. I'm gonna get distracted so easily because I love this game. It's not one of my favorite games of all time. There's a few issues I have with it, but like, it's still a very good game in my own personal opinion. Waste management. You can look through here. Oh, yeah. Awesome. This game's controls are gonna be a little rough, so I apologize. Oh, we gotta go through the doggy door. Because the front door was unlocked.
Crawling through the doggy
locked.
door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Obviously, yeah. Hello Neighbor ripped off this game. I'm pretty sure Hello Neighbor came before this game. Like, at least the first game did, the beta of it. Or I could be wrong. Obstructo clean. I'm pretty sure I turned the graphics down for, like, this specific reason. Because I remember playing this game with someone I used to be friends with. The pleasures of Japanese cooking, a Northwest chef, raw fowl, flour, salt, water, yeast. There's a bunch of cooking books. There's nothing in the freezer. Little bin. Oh, lacquer! Oh, shit. So was painting stuff. There's a tennis ball at the end of that. Or make sure you park properly.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Ah. Damn it, someone forgot to pay the electric bill.
First time in years.
Hold on. Edith, Milton, Lewis, Dawn, and Edie. That's his identity. Also, 2010! Wow, this calendar needs to get replaced. Jesus Christ. 2010 was ages ago, man.
I felt like I was home.
And we're home! Home, sweet home.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Ah. Right, there's Lewis, there's Edie, there's Edith, and then there's Dawn. Dawn's the mom, by the way. I don't think that's ever gonna get elaborated in the game. Unless it is. It doesn't matter. Dawn's Edith's mom. And then Edie is the great-grandma, and then Lewis is her brother. Oh. Man, he was not that old. Jeez. There's nothing in this pot that looks like it has some weird eyes. Little picture. So we didn't clean up anything.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Fair. I mean, this place is way out of the way.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Welcome, old. Good to see you, Neptunes. You're just in time. We just started the game not too long ago, my friend. You really haven't missed much. We just got in the house. Jesus Christ, that is so much salmon. Why does he bring home so much salmon? Oh my god. I get sick of it too, frankly. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's a welcome in, everybody.
Still a wreck from the night we left.
Oh man.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
This game looks cool. This game's gonna get sad. Please be wary of the triggers that I put in the description. This is a very sad game, but it's one I really love.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Okay, I was right. It was the great-grandma. Assisted living to enjoy life. Welcome home! You mean like the hit, unfiction series that's up and coming? Welcome home, created by Party Coffin? Sorry, I had to slip one reference in. That's what I was gonna say to you guys. Saturday, allegedly, Party Coffin, also known as Clown, is updating the site for Welcome Home on the 22nd, and that I will be streaming that day. So if all goes according to plan, you guys are gonna get a follow-up Welcome Home stream from me. And I'm very excited. Very excited for that. So look forward to this next Saturday. Alright. Let's keep on rolling.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
That's very specific, but yeah, I guess you got a point. Also, this is like a really nice deck. Is there any way to get out to that deck? I guess not. I've never had Chinese food. I haven't! Stop!
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
My girlfriend is gonna get... She keeps bringing that up, that I haven't had Chinese food. Welcome old to the oldening. Exactly, we're getting a squeakquel. Get excited, everybody! Dawn Finch living... Okay, so they were moving out, yeah. That's that old TV, jeez. And it's propped up by books, too. Oh, jeez, it's unstable. An earthquake would knock that over in a matter of seconds. Bunch of birds. Oh, this is the basement.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Fair. Oh, I'm not... I don't want to... Nope, let me back out. I don't want to do anything with that yet. I could do it, but I won't. That'd spoil things. And I want to take this game as linearly as it will go.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Chinese, Thai, and Vietnamese are my favorite. I know they are. I just haven't had any because I never had the chance to expand out, really, in terms of flavor.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
These packing peanuts look like marshmallows, and I want to eat them so badly. Oh, Jesus. Can I look in the peephole? I sure
Edie told me
can.
once that every finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
That's horrifying. Yeah, your dead relatives, they're in the library somewhere? Just don't look too deep. You might find their ashes, and I don't think you'd like to see your, dead relatives' ashes, if I'm gonna be frank. Okay, this leads back to the kitchen. Okay, cool. Alright, let's scooch up the stairs here. Be very careful.
After
This is
Milton
so
disappeared,
precarious.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
That's kind of funny. Just out of spite of her granddaughter, great-granddaughter, she's just like, oh, you're gonna seal all the doors up? Fuck it, I'm putting peepholes on all of them. Also, this is so precarious, Jesus. We'll look at that one in a second. This is Molly's room. We'll get to her in a minute. I guess we can go in here first.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
This
I
room...
think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This room is so, unironically, just the prettiest room. It's got this, like, train, and there's some whale sharks hanging around the walls, and this is the old house that's sunk at the bottom of the ocean. And then
Louis
there's
told me there were
this.
secret passages, but I never believed him.
I think I might be getting ahead of myself in this one, but we'll see. Also, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that's...
Turns out, my
Jules
mom was
Verne.
really good at keeping secrets. Now
You're
it was
right.
time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm just speedrunning this game on accident. I don't mean to. So this is Molly's room. She was only 10.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Yeah, she was 10, as you can see from the dates here. She was born in 37, died in 47, so she was only 10, which is horrible. Really devastating. That was a child. But there's one other one that's even more devastating, so, oh, I found him right away. He was a year old.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
And that's totally fair, especially if you were trapped here. Well, not trapped here. You just kind of lived here. You know? Calvin was 11? Did I do the math right? Hold on, I gotta do math. Yep, it's 11. He was 11.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Jesus Christ. That is such a sad sentence. My Uncle Sam shared a room with his dead brother. A room for 7 years with his dead brother, Calvin. That is so sad. God. Oh God, Barbara.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, Barbara. Hold on a second. I gotta check my phone battery. I might have to put my phone on the charge midway through this game. Barbara was 16, I think, if I did the math right.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Woof. 2 years until she was... Is that 2 years? Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Nope, back up. Hold on. Yep, 16. I was right. I have to do the math in my head, and I am just so slow at it. I apologize. Alright, and here's the attic we can't get into.
Mom must have locked the 3rd floor stairs on the night we left.
Oh, attic. The 3rd floor. Apologies, I forgot. The layout of this house is strange.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Yes. Yep. I don't know how much commentary I can really do over this game because there's a lot of voiceover that goes on. I think we've seen all the rooms that we can here. Right? Did I go this way? I did. Wait, is there a room over here? Oh, there was. I skipped a room. Apologies. Sven and Edie. Edie died in 2010. She lived a long time, jeez. And then he died in 64. I can't do the math right now, but he lived a bit.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Yeah, that's right. The great-grandma does portraits. Also, that's a cute little bird on the door. She's like a painter. Alright, we gotta go into, Walter's room? That's the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. I'm already turned around. Here we go. Going this way. This was Walter's room. So, let's go through here. And there we are. Alright.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Oh, Milton. I still don't know what the fuck happened to him, dude. Cute little drawings all over the ground. There's a little baby carriage.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
And we're in the first room, which is Molly's room.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Okay, before we progress, let me get my charger, put my phone on the charger so that, y'all won't die on me. Hold on. Alright, let me get this. Make sure. Okay. Last thing I want is chat to die in the middle of me playing this game. And then I'd have to struggle with trying to figure out how the hell to get a hold of chat, and I don't think I would like to do that very much. Alright. God, my phone was at 76%. And there we go. Perfect! Now you guys are off to my left, which is gonna be even stranger a blind spot, but I think I can get used to it. So long as I don't accidentally knock the phone over like a silly goober. Alright. Oop, I gotta grab back my melody. I set her down when I went to go put you guys on charge. Oof. Ant farm that's been abandoned for several decades. Calves. Oh, man.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, it's very whimsical. Beast of nature, monsters of the deep, magical, realist fiction with the weird tale, birds of the Pacific Northwest. Okay, so she had Call of the Wild? Jeez. Unless these aren't her books and they're just being stored in here for extra storage.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Huh. Interesting, she converted her dresser into a gerbil cage, and also the gerbil is long dead. Are you sensing a pattern here, by any chance? By any stretch of the imagination? Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. There's Molly's little diary. We'll look at it in a second. It's a little layout of the house. And a window. Her calendar still says 1947. That is horrifying. Oh, she's got bugs! And the Jungle Book. I don't know which one's worse. Alright, let's read Molly's story.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Yep, so now we're Molly, and she's been sent to bed without dinner. This poor girl. Can I click the gerbil food?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Man.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, not the Halloween candy.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I keep getting notifications on my phone about a document with new annotations on it. From my canvas. Somebody's grading a paper of mine, so it seems. There's a fish. Hello? Could I look at the fish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
The fish's name is Christopher. How cute. No, I don't want to go near the fish. Goodness me. Okay. It's very dark. It's very hard to traverse this room in the dark. Oh, I forgot to go in the bathroom and the... Dang it. Oh, that's fine.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't eat your toothpaste, by the way. That could be toxic.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Oh, yeah, don't eat those either. Don't eat those berries either. Holly berries are poisonous.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
And there's a bird.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
Oh, barn swallow. I was gonna say blue jay, but, you know,
I
brain.
reached out for her.
And whoop. Oh. Can't reach her.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Meow. Meow. Alright. This is gonna be the hardest part of the game.
I tried
By
to be
far.
quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Shoot. Yahoo! I remember Child Neglect Museum game. It gets worse. Oh, it gets superbly like worse. Okay, where do I go? Up here? Okay. This part of the game always confuses me because I'm just like, where do I go? I can't really see very well, so it's hard for me to figure out which parts of the dang game I need to go to. Chasing a
I
bird!
jumped and I almost got her.
Come here. Come here. Where'd you go? Oh shit, I lost track of the bird.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Yeah, you can tell, but also, where is the bird? Molly, you mind telling me where the bird is? That'd be swell. Because I don't see at all where the bird went. Is it up here? I can't go up there. See what I mean? I'm already lost. Great! I'm a cat on a limb, and I don't know where the bird is. Send help. Meow. Where the hell did the frickin' bird go? Over here? Is it over here? Hold on. Up. Nope, I can't. Come on, man. Where's the bird? Hello? I lost it. This happened last time, too. I think I went ahead of the bird, and I lost it. And now I'm backtracking, because I have no idea where the bird went. Where is it? Ra, welcome in! Good to see you, friend. We are playing What Remains of Edith Finch, and I am supremely lost.
They're all gone.
Oh, I found the bird's nest, but where is the bird itself? That'd be a grand thing to know. Where am I? Oh! No, come here. I went too far ahead. My apologies. Come here. I'm on it. I got it. It's like right here. Hello? Did I? Oh! That's nice. Good to see a group of friends hanging out in the stream. I'm trying to get the bird. Did I break the game on accident? Did I break the game on accident? Was I not supposed to go this way? Uh-oh. Whoopsies! Hold on, I broke the game, I think. I hope I didn't. Because the bird's like right here, right? What am I supposed to do? Hello? Hello? My incompetence. I either broke the game or I went the wrong way and the game went, you're not supposed to go that way. Even though I'm so certain I'm supposed to. Also, this cat is purring so much. I have never heard a cat purr this much by itself before. What the heck? That bird looks like my pet parakeet. Well, I hate to break the news to you. This is a barn swallow. Not a parakeet. But you know what? That's fine. All birds look a little bit alike. Oh, jeez. That scared the hell out of me.
I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh. Okay, now I fixed it. We're fine.
I gobbled her up.
Oh.
And suddenly, I was an owl.
Oh, alright.
First, all I heard
Bird of prey.
was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh god, this one's gonna have to rely on my sense of hearing and sight, which is not particularly good. Great. Oh, wait.
Rabbits.
Oh. Rabbits. Come here. Yahoo! I got one. This is gonna suck for a second.
Looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
Whew, circle of life.
To find something bigger.
Alright, circle of life, circle of life. You gotta remember, it's the circle of life. I know it's rough, but oh, it's the circle of life. Alright, where the hell is...
a rabbit.
A mama rabbit? Where? Oh, right there. And... yeah! Gotcha. Well, this is gonna suck again.
Was too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. Suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh. Ow! My poor little shark body. I gotta waddle. I gotta flay myself. That's the wrong word. Fling myself to the ocean. I must survive. I don't know how else I would.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now,
Sweet.
I was hungrier than ever.
Oh god, reverse controls. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh god. Okay. Alright. Would you please? I know I got submission comments on that assignment, thank you. And now I've lost track of the fish I was looking for. I got distracted. Okay, where did this fish go? Where did it? Oh, there's a seal.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
Come here. Ow.
Tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Alright, where'd she go? She gone? Somebody's driving a really hot rod. Also, I might randomly get ice cream in the middle of this. I hope not. Because oh, I found her. I found her. I'm suddenly confused. This game has become fairly random. I'll explain it in a second. It's a little bit easier once you get it explained. Oh, for crying out loud. Come here. No, come here. Come here.
Tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water.
Oh, jeez.
When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
When I had opened my eyes, suddenly I was a tentacle creature. Yeah, this part of the game is very random, but it makes sense when you, like, understand what this little kid was going through and why she was doing this. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, yeah, that's right. You gotta do it like that. Oops. Right, this way. Okay, and then this way.
Now
And
I was a
then-
monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Yep, we're a sea monster. I can't go that way, so I gotta go this way. Now, this way. Uh-oh. I've cornered myself. Where do I go? It's so hard to see. Just genuinely, I cannot for the life of Splatoon reference. Stop. We are a kid, and we are also a squid, I guess. Am I tied up? I hope not. Shoot. Can you tell how easy it is for me to get lost? Fairly easily. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. I'm turning myself around so I can go back this way and face it forward like I'm supposed to. There we go. Okay. Alright. Cool beans. There we go. And then this way. And then underneath this car, presumably. Okay. Oh, it's good to see a reunion of friends. If I could get through here. There we go.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
My mom snuck up on me. Guys, you know what this means. Ice cream break. But I'm gonna have to multitask while I do this because the game. My mom didn't even knock. What the hell? Oh boy.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
I wanted to stop, but also it felt kind of nice to be a giant kraken. Oh, someone's singing a sea shanty. Yum, you're mine now. Come on, scoot forward. And then this way, and then this way, right? Oh shoot, I've hit a wall. Oh crap. Oh, I go this way, that's right. Gosh darn. Is it this? It's up this way. Okay, cool. God, I feel like I'm playing Octodad again. Jesus Christ. Turn around, you giant sea creature. Please. For the love of all things holy, go up the stairs and over here. And there's the cap.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new.
Creamsicle?
Something I had
No,
to
it's
have,
a strawberry
so I
ice cream.
swam towards it.
Ooh, we're swimming.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Ooh. Drunken Sailor, sung by a drunken sailor. Yeah, it's fitting. Very. Alright, we're going up a pipe. We're off. We're off to the races, and we're in a toilet. Oh, jeez. Oh, now I have to steer. Now I have to steer. Ah, jeez. Stop winding around the toilet bowl. Oh, God. Okay, there we go. What were those lyrics?
Closer and closer.
It's an old sea shanty. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? It's a very old one. Very old sea shanty, but it's a classic nonetheless.
All of my stomach started growling.
Ooh, yummy. Can we go up here? Oh.
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
Hmm.
I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Well, that was
I got
Molly.
the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before
Yeah.
my mom sealed the doors.
Yeah. It's interesting that they had cat ears in the 1940s. Like, actually, I don't know if those actually did exist or not. We'll go out in the window in a second, but
I
like,
can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
yeah. So Molly died probably of poisoning or. Thank you. Sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
You're
Well, guess what? We got ice cream, folks. I can try to multitask while I do this. I probably have to put my little guy away. So, Molly most likely died of poisoning and or starvation. Considering she ate a lot of toxic things that were not good for her. Like, at all. Like holly berries and, toothpaste. Which are things you absolutely should not eat. Especially in those days. Especially holly berries. They're very poisonous. And a lot of what she dreamed of was most likely induced because of the poison. So she went to bed and she started hallucinating. Like having realistic dreams of being like a cat, a bunch of animals and stuff like that. So those were most likely dream sequences as opposed to like it actually happening. Which is just sad because that's just a 10-year-old. She got sent to bed without eating anything. And she died as a result of it. Could've sworn I heard a cat. There's a walkway here, so we're just gonna take the walkway.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Yeah.
You would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Yeah.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Yeah. Why did her mom refuse her food? Was it a punishment, or did she forget?
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
She punished her. It was a punishment for, like, misbehaving. I'm pretty sure.
We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
But yeah. There's a bunch of... We have that pill capsule parser in our house.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Yep. Plus, I think it's just cooler to say to people, yeah, by the way, it's either her husband or her dad died by a dragon. If that ever happened to me, I would want people to say that. Also, God, my phone just jump scared me again. Jesus.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
72-year-old woman refuses to evacuate because of a quote-unquote little hot forest fire. Oh. Mysteries of Death and Thereafter. Built in 1937 by Sven Finch. I think that's her husband. Then. Baby picture!
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
We'll go there in a second. This was
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Oh yeah, they're death portraits, that's right.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Yeah, this family's interesting.
Her room was like a museum.
Odin.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Right after all
Odin
that.
Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Now this is quite a move to make. Oh yeah, we're gonna leave Norway by making our boat a houseboat. We're putting this thing on a boat and sailing until we can't sail anymore. Woo! Oops.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Ooh. Whoops.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Okay, so it was her husband, I was right. Cool.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
That's also just really sad.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Alright. I think we can get out of here. Cool.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
A series of unfortunate events. Core. I've never watched the show or read the books for a series of unfortunate events. I am clueless about all of that, but I assume it's much like the title says, a series of unfortunate events. Alright, let's go to the bathroom. I never thought the day would come when I'd have to come back into this shitty bathroom. Because there's carpet in it! Ugh!
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Yeah. But also, who puts carpet in the bathroom? Who? Especially this kind of carpet. It's awful. This is gonna attract a lot of germs, and it's gonna get soggy and gross. Also, there's a chair in the bathroom for probably the grandma. Baby bubble bonanza. That's also really cool, actually, to put a chair in there. I'm just like, why? Why is there carpet? And why is there a bottle of wine in the bathroom? Trash can. This bathroom's a mess, and also there's a frog. We love a frog in this house. Anyway. There's a secret in this bathroom. I wonder what we'll find.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
This house is such a puzzle. And it's horrifying. Imagine getting lost in here. You'd never find your way out. Ever.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Also, it was Grandpa Sam, not Uncle Sam. Oh, man. Strong Sculpt. Oh, man. Is it like that, what the fuck is that product? From that one guy that everyone memes on? I can't remember what that's called. Oh, jeez. There's Milton again. Couple turns land into a native haven. What does that mean? It's probably not the thing that I think it means. Alright. Super villain level architecture. You're not wrong. This does feel like a super villain fortress, except this is a house filled with tragedy instead. Oh man. This one's Flex Seal, that's what it's called. Thank you. Oh man.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
This one's gonna get me. Well, actually, Gregory's probably gonna be the one that gets me the most. And or Walter. Walter's my favorite in this house. But Calvin's is a close second. By far.
And that he never talked about him.
This is so sad, dude. Command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Probably not. Oh man. Ooh, alright, here we go.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Boy.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
This one's gonna be hard to do.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
I'm doing this one-handed, by the way, with my other hand, my right hand.
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Oh god,
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
This is gonna give me anxiety. I've tried to do this before.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Ugh, I've tried to do this
Then
before.
maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did it.
Oh man.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
One second. Sorry, I had to finish up the comb. So Calvin's is pretty straightforward.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Calvin swung himself into the fucking ocean, which is horrifying. To answer your question, it seems to be based on this family tree that, yes, they're related in some way. Sam and Calvin are twins. And then Molly would be the eldest child, but she died first. So, yes, she's the sibling of Calvin and Sam, and also of the ones you can't see yet, Barbara and Walter. But, of course, it's like, they're all dead. So, like, yeah, no. They never met one another.
Mom
as far
said
as
Grandpa
I know.
Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
As far as I've been able to discern, anyway. Also, the suction cups. I'm just... Man. I don't know what I'd do if I lost my sister. I would be inconsolable. I can't imagine him, like, losing his brother. Especially they were, like, the same age. Alright. Ooh, a butterfly. Do I pull it out or push it up? Oh, I push it up. Okay. Hold on, I gotta do this. There we go. Motion-based games, my detested. Thank God I have a wireless mouse.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Surprise! Ooh, do we want to come? I'll come out here for a second. The mom's voice sounded the same. Makes the sense that she's the same mistake of bad parenting over and over again. Yeah. Also, surprise! Our main character is pregnant. She said smaller hands and smaller bellies, so I thought I would make it known that she's pregnant. Which is, yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm not gonna make too much of a, talk about it right now.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Yeah. Oh man, Barbara. Barbara's is the most confusing to me by far. Just because I've never been able to figure her out. In addition to Milton. Milton and Barbara's are the most confusing. And I think I have it Barbara's, but I still have never gotten Milton's. Like, ever. Oh, man. Starlets. There's all
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Yeah. Her being a child star and then getting, phased out of it, and everyone forgets about her. Oh man. I'm in equestrian center, improv night. She was trying to make her way back to the public, and it just was not really working out. There's an algebra textbook up there. Oh, never mind. That was Aeneas. I can't remember how to pronounce it. That's a phone and a half. Oh my god. Oh, that's such an old, nasty cake. And then a typewriter. Oh, nope. I thought there was something I can interact with. Ugh. Is that popcorn or soda? I can't tell. Oh, and then there's records all over the floor, which you should put in the sleeve. This could break so easily. Obligatory pregnant joke. Hey, Swappy! Good to see ya! Haven't seen you in a little while. Oh my goodness. Glad to have you in. Also, yes, she's pregnant. Pregnant! At 17, which is actually kind of sad that this type of stuff happens. I hope she has a good support system. Oh, here we go.
Stories people wrote about Barbara's death. I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Time to learn about Barbara. I'm back. Had internet issues. Welcome back.
Oh, Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Ooh, spectacle. Here we go.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
She's 16, good lord.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
Don't like that her boyfriend's a fan.
Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh,
So
jeez.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention
Walter.
comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been
Goodness.
terrorizing Orcas
Listen.
Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
Is this method acting gone wrong? Oh, you'll see.
You're right! Also,
You're right.
I loved your delivery on that.
Ugh.
Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Thanks, babe.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
Oh boy.
She reached for the music box. And when she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
I'm not doing anything other than the winding. Oh, the music. Sounds a little bit like Friday the 13th.
Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Alright. There's bleach. Oh my. Alright, ghoulies. What's going on?
The infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh, how lovely. Alright. Out of my way! Move it or lose it!
The fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh, great. Alright, who's in the refrigerator? Oh dear. Smack.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she did a little something to remember him by.
Thank you for throwing him out, Barbara.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Ooh, the late picture show, you say?
Barbara! Walter,
Oh.
what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up. If this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
You're dead, Walter. Oh, here we go. Alright, Walter, I'm coming. With my only... Sweet Jesus. My only weapon of choice is a crutch that I stole from my boyfriend. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say out loud. Alright. Walter?
Walter, are you there?
Walter? You alright, buddy?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to
Man door, hand hook, car door.
notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
I'm gonna check on you, Walter.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Alright,
Barbara,
Walter.
there's gotta be another way out of here.
Yeah, and I found it.
She played her part beautifully.
Alright, Walter. I'm gonna find you, Walter. In a little while, Walter. Just let me get out of here. Yeah! Woo! And he's dead! Man door, hand hook, car door.
But she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Alright. Cool beans. Also, she just kicked the guy's ass with one crutch. That in itself is impressive. Mostly because I don't think I'd be able to do that. Oh.
He vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
The doorbell rang. GG Easies. Alright.
At the door, she heard whispers.
She's an idiot. Oh, Barbara.
Coming from inside the house.
Oh no, the call is coming from inside the house! Barbara! Answer!
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
Oh, brother.
She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time.
Poor
He took
Walter.
it all pretty hard. But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ugh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Yeah, right, buddy. Yeah, right.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Barbara. Now you can see why I was so confused by what the fuck happened to Barbara. 'Cause, like, what is that? What is that story? What happened to her? From my assertion, she was taken by a cult, and also a lot of people theorize it could have been a cult, had snuck their way into her house, based on, you know, her throwing out her, like, they were casing the house probably, and knew that she was there, and found a way to get in somehow, and, you know, took the opportunity when she threw her boyfriend out to take that moment to strike, because then they were like, oh, she's defenseless. I put that in quotation marks. Defenseless. And then they ate her and left her ear behind. But that's what I've been able to ascertain. I don't know if it's actually true, and it was probably an exaggeration based on the comic.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
But that's what I've been able to put together. So, that one's the second most incoherent. With the first one being, Milton. Milton? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know what the fuck happened to Milton. I'm never gonna know what happened to Milton, and that's saddening, frankly, because I did also like Milton. Alright. Now we gotta wind this. No, don't go that way. And there we go. Now give me the key. Give me the key. There we go. Jeez. So hard to do in the motion controls. It's very pretty, but very sad. Poor Barbara. She didn't deserve it. Like, none of the family members deserved what happened to them, from like child neglect and child death to being murdered to getting cannibalized, you know, like all sorts of stuff that it just didn't deserve to happen to them in the slightest.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
That's actually a really cool way to hide a key. This house is a puzzle. So yeah, it is a little cool that it was hidden in a music box. It makes it easy to not get into the basement then, because then you don't know where the key is. But also, this house is just a puzzle. It's one giant puzzle box. This house is. And frankly, I'm a little scared to get lost in here. Because I would die of malnutrition.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Oh boy, alright.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Well, you guys ready to see Walter?
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
This guy is by far the saddest for me personally. Something about Walters.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Something about Walters is so sad. Just from a personal
standpoint. After Barbara
standpoint.
died, he got as far away as he could.
Yeah. And he had a bunker filled to the brim with end of the world supplies and pea soup of all things.
If there's a pattern in all these stories.
Waiting. Jiggly Farms, a lot of jelly. There's beans in here.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
That's true. It's very dark in here, I apologize. Walter, he did a lot of tinkering. He lived to 2005. He was an old man when he died, thankfully. And... oh, this is just tragic. Alright. And the calendar was last in 2005. Alright. Here we go.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Is the person you're playing dead or alive? I will not state. Yeah, it's a... you'll learn. You'll know. What am I supposed to do?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
What am I supposed to do here? Huh? This... which way? Waiting, white television, breaking HSC.
That's what kept me sane.
Hold on. I'm very confused. Which way am I supposed to turn this? Oh. Huh? This way? This way? To the right or to the left? The game's not giving me an indication.
Living for today.
Also, these are peaches.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Oh, buddy. 1976.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
And there goes the bell already again. Alright. I'm just gonna do... oh, God damn it, come on.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
I legitimately don't know what way this stupid thing wants me to go. Which is why you're gonna get a struggle of me trying to figure it out.
Almost friendly.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Is it down? Is it up? I'm trying to figure it out. Peaches are great. I love them. Have you ever tried canned peaches? They're nasty. The juice is pretty good, but the peaches themselves,
everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
Did I figure it out finally?
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Oh, maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting.
Oh.
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Shit, which way did he want me to go? Oh, right, here. I have to leave while I still can. It'll let me click the hatch, that'd be nice. Alright.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
Yeah.
Whatever killed Barbara. And Molly.
And Molly. And Calvin.
And Calvin.
Yep.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
Okay.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one real day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
Walter died when I was 6. can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah, I don't know to what degree I want to explain Walter, because it does handle...
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
It does handle... I guess I could talk about it. I'm gonna go over... Stay here. Just look at his picture. He's been down here since his sister died. He moved his room from upstairs to down here because he couldn't handle being in the same house where his sister was brutally murdered. But he also didn't want to leave the house, so he just kind of stationed himself. That tugs at my hamstrings a little, I know. So he just kind of put himself down here, so that he could, you know, get away from it all while still remaining at home. But eventually he was like, I just want to get out of here. And when I initially played this game, when I think I was like 18, 19, maybe even 17, I remember thinking he had optimism. That it was an accident. He went out on the train tracks and got hit by a train by accident. But now that I'm older, and seeing the type of language that he used, especially when he started a note with goodbye everyone, or everybody, makes me lean more toward the fact that it wasn't accidental, but instead purposeful. That he purposefully wanted to get out of living the same Groundhog's Day situation over and over, living underground at his age, and said, I'm tired of it. Just take me. I don't care anymore. Maybe he put that at the end to say, to give hope to the person, whoever it was that read it initially. But I fully believe he just jumped in front of the train himself. Man. Walter's has always tugged at my heartstrings a lot. Just because, like, so much happened to him.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Like, so much happened to him, and nobody helped him. That's the thing that upsets me the most, is that this all could have been handled properly, but none of it was.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
Like, he could have gotten help for all the things he was struggling with, but
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
He could have gotten help, but he didn't, because nobody cared to get him assessed, you know, cared to help him, reach out to him, talk to him, and see what was wrong, you know.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Walter's is just, yeah.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself.
Oh, man.
And found out what happened to everyone else.
We're getting in that territory.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Yeah. This is so sad. You know, of course, this train line is defunct, but the train was going right under the house this entire time. And that's what was making the rumblings.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Oh man, dude. This game is something, I swear.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Man.
And the history you're a part of.
There's so much dialogue in this game, it's hard to get a word out. But, like, this game kinda, it just hits at me in particular, too, because, like, I don't know too much about my family's history, but there's just this link in throughout a lot of my family of just tragedy and sadness on both sides for particular reasons I won't go into for privacy reasons, but this game kind of touched on a lot of things that I was thinking at the time too when I was Edith's age.
I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Oh, my computer's chugging. Just finished some art. Awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I hope it was fun to draw that.
Them for what that's worth.
My computer is chugging. Sweet Jesus, this poor game is making my poor computer chug like a train. Yeah, I remember. Also, it's weird to think that Edith, if she were still alive, I spoiled the game, didn't I? Oh, whatever. She's as old as me, or like a year older than me. It's fine.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Stupid gate with a latch on it, throwing me off. I'm sorry, I just go under the assumption that everybody knows what this game is about. And I'm just autopiloted. Forget what I said. Forget what I said. Put it out of your brain. I have the Men in Black laser thing where you forget when it hits your eyes.
We've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Choo-choo! Just pretend I lasered your eyes. Forget what I said. Forget what I said.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah. This is... oh...
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but... the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Okay.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy. Yep, sounds like a kid trying to name a bunch of animals. Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy. That's a cat, that's a dog, and I'm assuming most of these are dogs and or kids. There's a bunny and a fish back here. Oh man, this game. Yep, there's even more. Christopher. How long did Christopher live? Oh, he didn't live very long. Bob. Only 4 years? A puppy. Oliver. Shadow. Shotzi. Damn, Shotzi lived for a while. Jesus. Also, I had a dog named Shadow. Though this is a cat, but I did have a dog named Shadow. He lived for 5 years, and we had to put him down because of cancer. So yeah, I get why perhaps it's uncomfortable. Bailey, to go through a pet cemetery. I can imagine.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Man, she died 2 days after her birthday. He was only 11. Yeah, and he was like 50 something. I think, I don't know, I can't do math. Edie lived a very long time. Walter. And Barbara. She died on her birthday. She died on Halloween. Oh, fuck me, dude. Ugh. So these were all Edie and Sven's children. And they're all buried together.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on. But for Edie, the past never went away.
I can imagine. Especially when You lose so many family members in one
She could see it
go.
poking out of the water at low tide.
Or like one go. You know what I mean. Just over the course of years. And they're all within the span of the same time of each other. Yeah, I can see how you can never move on from that. And it kind of follows you forever.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Yeah, this is the old house that got swept up by the ocean. There's a little light out there. Kinda interesting. Beautiful game, I know. I love this game.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
And I don't want this game to get lost, you know, in the annals of history. I think it's an important
But
game
the older
to
I
keep
get,
around.
the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Oh, Sam. And his
Her dad had been
kids.
pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Her dad was really young too when Sam, very young as well when he died. He was only like 30 something. Close to 40, but yeah.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Oh man, there's her brother. Sanjay was the mother's husband. There's Milton.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
I'm not looking forward to Milton's. Like, I wasn't looking forward to Walter's. I'm looking
There's
so much
many
more.
things I wish I could ask my mom now.
I'm so not
Part of
looking
me
forward to
thinks
Milton's.
this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah. My hand's falling asleep. I think we're nearly done with the game, too, by the way. Yeah, this is not a good... This is an exercise for a pregnant kid to go through. I say kid because she's 17. But let's just take a moment to... I'm not going to take a break because I don't have to get up, use the restroom right now, but let's just take a moment to, like, process. You know, take a breather for a second. Because I know we haven't encountered too heavily of the atrocities, what the game has to offer in terms of all of this stuff, you know, all the sadness that it holds. But I'll just take a moment to breathe for a little bit here. Sad but beautiful. It's a very sad game, but yeah, just what I just was saying earlier is I don't want this game to get forgotten, which is why I wanted to play it for you all. I know I haven't been playing horror games a lot recently or doing horror stuff the past couple of streams, but I just needed a moment of mental reset more than anything because of how bad my mental health has been. I know I shouldn't be playing this game in particular, but you know. But I don't want this game to be forgotten. Above all else, I don't want this game to be forgotten. Just because I think it's important what this game brings up and talks about. But yeah, let's keep going.
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I can imagine. Especially 22 weeks. Good God, you should be at home resting, not out on your house's roof, climbing it so intensely. Whew, boy, she's like close to
I never
giving
met
birth.
Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Yeah. Yep, it's time to meet Sam, everybody.
They were both pretty intense.
Yep. Can we... Nope, we're not closing the sliding glass door, I guess. Whew, alright. So
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Yeah, so this guy is a vet. I think he's a vet because he enlisted at 18. And also a hunter, which I'm not a fan of. Oh, we'll look at that in a second. Here's his bedroom. He shared it with his
Instead
wife,
of hiding
Kay,
from
I
death,
believe.
Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah, and everyone just coping with things so differently. You know, with how they deal with death. That's morbid. To have a taxidermied cat in your house. Sure. I'm not a huge fan of taxidermy. It freaks me out. I'm like, just bury the dead. Oh, there's Kay's stuff. That's his wife. Former wife, I should say. Oops. Almost ran into a wall. But, yeah. Not a fan of taxidermy. How did I miss this fucking goose? Good lord. This thing. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry I don't have a lot to say. This game's speaking for itself, mostly. Above all else. Well, time to look at some photos. That's... I don't know who that is.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What? It's too early, Dad.
Perfect.
Dang it. Try to catch her with the book
It's
open.
gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Oh gosh, okay. Hold on, where is he? Where is he? Gotta catch him. Where is he? Play a game of where is
You're
he
right,
with
Dad,
the
it's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
the blurry viewfinder. God, this camera. Where is he? I'm trying to find him. I can't find him.
I should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold.
Hey!
We'll cut her off. My bad.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy. Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Oops. I keep cutting him off, I'm sorry.
Before you
I
take
don't
the
mean
shot,
to.
Get a picture of him.
Oh gosh, where's Dawn? Where is she? Dawn, where are you, sweetheart?
Dad,
There you are.
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Oh boy. Oh.
Let me get behind you.
Oh boy.
have to do this.
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Who's Dad, I swear.
Great shot, Dawn!
Gosh.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh. Man, that's...
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
I was gone for like 20 minutes. What happened after Barbara and before this? Who came after Barbara? It was Walter. You missed out on Walter and we went through the cemetery. And then we ended up here. She climbed on the roof! Wait, hold on, let me show you. She climbed up onto the roof of here. so that she could, oh wait, I didn't want to do that. So that she could get up here into Sam's room. So she saw Sam, and she also saw her mom as a kid. And I think that one is actually really sad. That her grandfather got bucked off by a still partially alive deer down a cliffside right in front of her mom. That is so tragic. Like, intensely so. Is there anything else in here that I need? No? Okay. But yeah, that is really upsetting. To watch your loved one die in front of you like that. Ooh. Ooh. Was Walter the guy that lived in the basement? Yes. He was the one that lived in the basement. And died by suicide, we're presuming. Got hit by a train. This game... you know, we're getting closer and closer to Gregory. How do I get off the roof? I'm not looking forward to... oh, there's... Kelvin's swing. How do we get off the roof? Am I... oh, there's probably a ladder up here. Hold on. I'm being silly, guys! I swear I'm a competent gamer. I swear, I promise. I also haven't played this game in quite literally years. I told you I haven't played it since 2018. It says last on my Steam. God damn it, how do I get... oh, wait, hold on. I had it right the first time. I was just being silly. I'm very directionless. I apologize to any of our chat members. I'm sorry for being silly. Yes, we have to go back this way. Right? What? How am I supposed to get off the roof? Here? Where am I supposed to go? Hello? Help! I'm pregnant and stranded on the roof! Help! Help! I'm 22 weeks pregnant and I'm stranded on the roof. Ah, jeez. I didn't think this would be how I give birth to my child, but here we are. Stuck, stranded, on the roof. I forgot my melody this entire time. No wonder I felt so empty. I'm stranded. I'm stuck. Without any way down. I'm kidding. There's probably a way out. Oh, yeah. There it is. Yet again, I'm being silly. Thank you. Thank you for accepting my apology for being a really bad streamer. Alright. Let's get through here. The fumes in here are probably not
After
good
Sam
for her,
died,
but it's alright.
my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Yeah. This is where... oh, man. Little Finch control station. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I'm not ready for this room. I know I said I wasn't ready for Milton, but honestly, I'm not ready for Gregory. Oh, boy. Okay. Alright. Oh, I gotta stretch. Hold on. Oh, man. What time is it? Out of curiosity. Hold on. Hold on, gamers. It's 8:52. I wasn't ready for it to be so early. That's alright. Alright. I'm not ready for Gregory. Oh, man. A lawsuit has been filed against you. You have 20 calendar days after the summons served on you. This is a divorce contract.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Yeah, this is the one. trying to get... Oh man.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Oh man, I literally don't have words for this one. This one just makes me so sad.
What happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
God. Yeah, now you know why I wasn't so happy about Gregory. Why I was upset about that. Yeah, there's just no words for it. It was a baby. He's literally a year old. He was a year old. And he died by drowning in the bathtub. This one hits me a lot. I hate seeing kids die. I hate hearing about children dying. I hate everything to do about this one in particular because this was so preventable, and yet apparently, this was just negligence. Yeah, it was accidental, sure, but it was so preventable. Just keep an eye on your kids. Don't let them stay in the tub. You know, take them out of the tub. Don't keep him in there. He was a year old. He had so much life to live. Sorry. I'm trying not to cry for that one, because I always cry whenever I see Gregory. So I just... Oh yeah. Sorry.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Now we're on to Gus. Who was only,
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Oh, Gus. I don't know how old he was. I'd have to look at it again.
Come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
That disturbed me really bad. I know. I'm sorry. I did put a trigger warning in the description of that in specific, of a child death and... at least not very hard, yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I did put trigger warnings in there too, because I knew that was coming, and I just wanted to be sure because, oh boy.
But though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh boy, alright. I think the next one's over here. Yep.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
He really just went, fuck you, I'm staying here and flying my kite.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
And there's a bunch of jumbles of stuff. Here.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Whee! Oh, wrong way. Whee!
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
Yeah, Sam wasn't the greatest dad. Oh.
I I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Man. Yeah, dude, jeez.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Yeah, that one's also rough. How old was he? 82. Oh boy, time to do the math. 82 to 69. 7. 1. He was 14. Right? No, 13. My apologies. He was 13. He was very young. Not as young as Gregory, of course. Gregory never got a foot in the door. But Gus, yeah. Kids. These were kids. God, dude. The kid ones always get me, dude. I can't. Sweep, mop, Greg, be a baby. Well, any time we go up.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
I can imagine.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
This poor girl. Making her do all this at 22 weeks pregnant, Jesus Christ. This poor girl. Oh. Missionary work. God, that's an old computer, Jesus. Fly to India, 10 ways to teach critical thinking.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, we're not going out there just yet, hold on.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I'm running out of words.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
I've literally gotten to the point where I'm like, man, what more am I to say? The bigger discussions I want to have aren't gonna come.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
They're not gonna come until the end of the game, probably, or close to.
I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Edith.
And to see kids in the house again.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Yeah, you made this house into like a tree house that would 100% collapse in on itself by now. Good grief.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Backdoor fiction. Great job! Oh, excuse me, goodness. Oh god, the multiplication tables. I don't want to look at the math. Please, get that dreaded math away from me. I hate numbers. Oh. Lewis rules. Lewis's one's also gonna be rough. I totally forgot. Oh my god. But it didn't last, because of course it did. Oh. That's cute. There's just a bunch of laptops here as well that are just hanging around. Yeah, get ready for Lewis's.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Oh, we gotta go to Milton first before Lewis, I forgot. Well, this one's gonna be the most confusing one, by far. Yeah, I hope you were ready for that. I still don't know what the fuck happened to this guy. I still don't, to this day. And I would like some insight to my fellow What Remains of Edith Finch enjoyers to help enlighten me. Tell me all about what you think happened to him after we go through it first. Also, his room's so fucking cool. It's got, like, this pulley. And, like, I was actually checking out my elementary school the other day, just wandered around, got lost in memories. I'm going back to my old elementary school soon to do volunteer work. So that'll be interesting. If I get to do that, that is. Hopefully I do. I'll probably get lost in memories too. Cause that's something. Alright, let's go through Milton's.
The magic paintbrush.
Alright. How do I do this again? How do I do? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Flipbook. I don't want to go too fast. What the fuck happened to him? Genuinely.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Dang, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for a summer job, cleaning up the school and stuff. Oh, well, I'm volunteering as in, like, I'm gonna go be a TA. I mean, like, go help teach kids and stuff. Yeah, like, what happened to him? He seemingly made a doorway, which you can see downstairs, I'll show you in a second. And then he fucked off. What happened to him? Did he just run away? Is that it? I actually have no idea.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
I genuinely don't know what the fuck happened to Milton. So here's the door. Excuse me. Here's the door that he painted in his little flip book. What happened? I don't know what happened to him. Like, genuinely. This one puzzles me still to this day, and there actually is a sequel game that is goes in tandem with this game that does talk about what happened to Milton, I guess, somewhat, but it's a fantastical version of it rather than an actual, like, cohesive, this is what happened to him. And I don't know how to feel about that. There's been a lot of mixed reviews for it, from what I heard.
In the house. Mom didn't want it getting out.
Whatever Milton had found in the house. Also, damn, who names their kid Milton anymore? That one kind of scares me a little, just disappearing like that. Yeah, that can happen. That is a real thing that happens. That, you know, people up and disappear all the time. And I guess that is the point of what happened to him, is he just up and disappeared one day, because that's just how, you know, people do that. But at the same time, I'm just like, what did you see that freaked you out so hard you ran away and disappeared and never came home? Looks like he was happy about it too. Oh, yeah.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this game messes with you a lot. But there is a greater discussion I want to have after this game is over.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room.
Oh,
until
boy.
Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Oh boy, you guys, I'm not ready for Lewis. I'm not. Oh boy, alright. Hope there's nothing up there. I'm not ready for Lewis. I'm really not. Because happy before it happened, I mean, yeah. Truly, yeah. I'm not ready. I can relate to Lewis a little bit. That's the thing. Also, his room is a boat. He got abducted? No. No. That's a little too fantastical.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Well, let's get this out of the way first thing. Anyway. Anyway. YouTube, don't get mad at me. Please? I'm begging.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Yeah. This guy. Lewis and I have a lot more in common than I'd like to admit, except for the drug stuff. I don't do drugs or have really cool blacklight art on my wall. Let's just see. Fuck, what is this thing called again? A hookah. How old was Milton? He disappeared when he was 10. is what Edie said. Or Edie? Edith. My apologies. Yeah, 1992 to 2003, so he would have been about 10 when he disappeared. So, he was young. He was a really young kid. That's why I also question, like, what the fuck happened to him. Because he was 10 years old. It's one thing when you're, like, an adult and you disappear, but it's another thing when you're fucking 10. He had Oliver Twist. And Faust. And the Communist Manifesto? Oh, shit. Alright, Lewis, I can see you now. I've never actually gotten a chance to look through his stuff before. Oh boy, here we go. Alright, gotta brace myself.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
I think he got too... hang on. I think he got too attached to painting and went insane or something to the point where he painted himself inside him? I think realistically... yeah. I don't either, but I'd like to have cool blacklight art. Oh, me too. Yeah, I think Milton got kidnapped. Probably. He probably wanted to get away from the house, and he got the furthest out of anybody except for Edith and her mom. And most likely, because he was so young, he got abducted. Which is horrible to think about.
He kept working at the cannery.
Okay, here we go.
But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Give me that damn fish.
His mind began to wander.
Oh no, here we go.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
Oh god. Multitasking.
Imagining a labyrinth.
Here we go.
He'd feel his way about.
No, get fish.
Then something moved. Bats.
Hold on. I can't read chat, sorry. I have to figure this out.
And things that have not names.
Things that have not names.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Yeah.
I had hoped he'd find himself.
Shit, god damn it. This is so hard to do, by the way. I'm so good at multitasking, thank God I can.
Found something more.
Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I can read chat now, thank God.
I worried about him then.
This game,
daydreaming
man.
at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
I almost sent the fish out without its head.
So I let him go on.
This is not healthy. Okay, where do I need to go? Down? This way? Which way do I gotta go? Oh, this way. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh.
I even encouraged him.
You are a horrible
It
psychologist.
seemed very promising at first.
Psychologist or therapist. You're horrible. You shouldn't have done that.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
That is not what you do with your clients. Just saying. Because I'm
On the edge of a
studying
city
therapy.
he named Lewis Topia. He built
man.
the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Just making sure my hands are ready for the fish.
And
You're
songs
lucky I
began
got
to
good
play.
periphery vision.
He talked about starting a band.
Well, good periphery vision with my glasses on, I should say.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Oh boy. Out of my way, good
He no longer
townspeople.
spoke at the cannery,
Oh, bitch, me too.
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
Which is not gonna work because this is a monarchy. Also, Mario moment. Yeah, I completed the level! Just like Salmon Run. Oh, this is worse.
Stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Far worse than that.
It became a game
my
for
dog.
him.
Oh, here we go. My favorite part of this portion, but also my least
Conquer
favorite.
a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Oh jeez. Oh god. Ah. The fish.
St. Louis.
Of course, everything's named after Louis.
We started drifting away from our reality.
Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh shit. Ah, I gotta make sure I don't crash the boat. Oh jeez.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Just like 5 more minutes, Mom. I gotta beat this level. New Louisville. Yeah.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Oh, we all know where I'm going.
Beautiful prince.
Louis the bisexual, we love you, sir. Very much.
The prince was on his own quest for...
the gayest thing ever, which is...
radiant rainbows.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, I gotta make sure I make it through the rainbow. No! No! I didn't mean to knock down the rainbow. Ah, damn it.
He followed the sound of his...
Ooh, wait. We're going to the silver heart, baby.
silver harp.
Give me the fish, so I can be careful. I love the sound of harps. Sitars are cool too, also. Just an aside. I did do the route with the sitar, just so you're aware. I
His
haven't done
chase
the
led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon.
Here we are. Oh, I
Even
was
then,
grabbing
his
it.
logic remained sound.
Oh my
He knew
goodness,
the
my
world
prince.
was all in his imagination.
The fish. So hard to do still. Also,
but he was so proud of having created it.
There's, it's him. Sorry, I was trying to show you guys that it's Lewis. He looks like Lewis. The character he made is Lewis.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Oh man.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yeah. Oh man.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
We're in the break room. We're back to reality. Here's his locker with the sticker of a hookah. Because of course.
Began to forget the world we know.
Man.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Oh, the disassociation. Oh, the disassociation. And the hallucinations, delusions. Oh, buddy.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Nintendo DS? No, that was like a Game Boy knockoff. I'm pretty sure.
I still thought I could save him.
Oh, buddy.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
This is just so... Oh, there's Molly.
Including the wise Calico who insisted on advising him.
I love that cat. Go along a little faster. Oh boy, here we go. Going this way,
His
pardon me.
prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
The music is nice, but you know what's waiting for you ahead.
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Man. She's a psychologist, and man, oh man.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well. Yeah, I relate to Lewis a lot in that I also have had moments of disassociation to the point where I've completely forgotten my surroundings and have lived in my head. I used to tell my people that I used to be friends with about the circle of homes, like of rooms that I would go into, and it was like a house. It was a brick and mortar house, and sometimes it wasn't, and sometimes it was again, and it was so in depth, and I can still see it, even now. But I fully get and relate to it. But also, I'm just kind of mad at this, because, like, once again, it could have been prevented had this psychologist not taken it into her own hands and said, this behavior, when it was first exhibiting hallucinations to the point of disassociation, and just said it was okay. And just let him go forth with it because she didn't think it would be harmful, and then look what happened. Like, that pisses me off so much. That's just gross negligence. She could have done something about it early, and yet she didn't. And I get that you couldn't possibly fathom it, but at the same time, you have to be aware of the fact that it is a possibility. Your client could fall into the delusion so badly that they don't see a point in living in the real world anymore because the one that they made up in their head is so much better. Sorry.
On the way
Psychologist
back from
moment.
Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Oh man.
She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
We're going up
I'm
to
not sure
Edith
if she
soon.
wanted to make it easier or harder.
Boy, here we go. We're nearly done with the game, folks.
I wish we'd stayed. But I
So
understand
dark.
why we left.
God, it's so dark. I'm surprised there's electricity up here. When the power been cut off, but that's probably the main house, not the rest.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh man. That's sad. Ooh-wee. Oh my gosh. I'm trying not to cry. I am actually trying not to cry.
What happened
One of the few
that night had been
times.
coming for a long time.
One of the few times neglect occurred outside of the house, outside of the family. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
That
I should
one.
have come sooner.
That one in particular makes me so very upset. Woo-wee, especially as someone who's going into the field of psychology.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Alright, well, here we are. This is Edith's room. And all the little things that were left behind when she left.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Mm-hmm. I love the way she put it. The adults have to argue now.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Scooting our way into the library where some dead family members are. Hope they aren't mad that I'm here. Also, I am 2 apples tall.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Oh man. My children are dead because of your stories.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Oh boy. Oh.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out.
Oh man.
It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
This is also just
There's been
something
an
super
earthquake
rare.
out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
God, it smelled awful. Thank you, Edie. I love you so much.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
This old woman. Edie's definitely at least partially at fault. Oh, definitely.
When
Absolutely.
the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Oh, frick. Not the fog. One day a fog rolled in.
I got turned around.
Marco! Oh wait, a house can't say polo back. Marco!
I started seeing things.
Huh? Marco, wait, come back here. Damn it, I just saw Bambi. Frick, dude.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Have to make sure I'm going the right way and not going the wrong way. That would be horrible.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Ah, this old lady, I
That
swear to...
night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Here we go. Old house time. Hatch.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
Oh man.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car.
Oh, my dog is mad.
I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
My dog is barking with anger that we have to leave Great Grandma Edie.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
He is so mad.
After that, we moved around a lot.
I remember doing this a lot.
We both tried to make the best of it.
Yeah, I remember doing that in car rides.
A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot.
Oh.
The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Man.
The last finch left alive.
Man.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Oh, here we go.
This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Gosh darn it. I have to try to figure out how to do this again, too. Come on. Come on. Come on. Gosh darn it.
I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
There we go.
But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Yeah. Jeez.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Jeez, man. I almost cried, dear. I almost cried. Yeah, she died after childbirth. And that, everyone, was what remains of Edith Finch. We'll sit through the credits, and we'll have a little chat. This game is absolutely about death. And it is also about life. It's, like I said, I have a few gripes with it in terms of presentation. It definitely, it doesn't overstay its welcome, thankfully, but there are a few things where it gets a little confusing. You know, in terms of gameplay. Does the kid not have a dad? We don't know who the dad is, but I don't think that's important. Especially because Edith is underage and pregnant, which is, I guess, one of the things I wanted to touch on, because that's in a lot of contention. A lot of people get mad at the fact that Edith is 17 years old and she's pregnant, and get mad at the game creators for that, but, you know, it's realistic. there's a lot of kids that who are like 17 or so that end up getting pregnant by either accident or purposefully or, you know, a number of different things. I knew a girl in high school who also got pregnant at 17 and had to keep the baby for, you know, religious reasons, and she couldn't give the baby up, she couldn't have an abortion, and so she gave birth to her baby when she was 17. So this isn't, you know, shocking to me, I guess. I really like this game, even if there are really sad moments in it, because at the end of it, it is just, like, hopeful. So, you know, this life is so strange and so difficult, but at the end of the day, it's still worth it to live. It's still worth it to keep going, to live it. But yeah, and of course there's a lot of sad things. All of these deaths could have been prevented, every single one of them, but there was a lot of child neglect and child abuse and, you know, life just being random and, you know, just causing these things to happen. But, you know, like I said, especially with Lewis, 100% was preventable. Gregory's, Gus's were preventable. Walter was also preventable. I don't know so much about Barbara. Who else am I thinking of? Calvin, Sam's, like every single death was preventable. The music playing in Milton's part was probably my favorite. Yeah, Milton's tracks, like the music for his part of the game is definitely one of my favorites. I do like Milton's part, even if it is confusing what happened to him. But now I do think, yeah, he definitely, like, most likely got abducted. But yeah, I hold this game very dear to my heart. I remember watching Jacksepticeye play it years ago. Which is a lot of games that I found out about came from was watching Jack play them. Not Gone Home, though. Gone Home, I got a recommendation off of, like, Tumblr or something to play it. But most games that I have that are like this, I got from Jacksepticeye. And I'm glad. Because this game had a profound effect on me. And now that I'm, like, you know, 23 years old, looking back on it now, and I'm like, yeah, still has the same effect on me as it did when I first played it. And I definitely can relate to Lewis, especially now, more than I could when I first played this game. The end. Just cause. It's hard to explain, but absolutely I can relate to him. Well, that was the game. Whew-wee. Well, guys, thank you for hanging in there. I appreciate it very much. I want you all to take care of yourselves tonight. That game was a lot. And we finished up way earlier than normal. I don't know if that was purposeful or not, but that game's also just really easy to get through in one go. But thank you all for coming out to stream tonight. Next week, hopefully, I'll have some more horror stuff in the form of Welcome Home. As I said at the beginning of stream, will be, hopefully if all things pan out, on Clown's End. I will be going over it on Saturday. And I will catch you guys later. Make sure you get something to eat if you haven't eaten something yet. Make sure to get something to drink. Drink some water if you haven't yet. Do your homework. Study for that test if you haven't yet, if you're in summer school. Because it's better to do it late than never, as I always say. You know, water your plants, pet your pets, take a shower if you haven't yet, brush your hair, brush your teeth. Do what you need to do to take care of yourselves. Just know that I love you and I care about you, and there are people in your life that love and care about you as well. And know that life is strange. But at the end of the day, it is life. There are ups and downs and there are bumps. But life is still worth going on for. Alright. I'll catch you all later. Bye. Goodbye, everyone. Rest well. Have some good sleep if it's late for you. And if it's early for you, then have a good day. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. I love you all. Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, everybody.